Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics, Plaza Lincoln and Plaza Cadillac. I'm your host, Kyle Coopla. We are on today with Mount Dora High School and the football team. We got Coach Luke Hutchinson with us, and we got Quay Wilkins with us as well. Gentlemen, welcome to the program. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Appreciate you having us.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the season. You guys are coming off of a fantastic year. Last year, I believe you finished 8-3. You made the playoffs last year. First time in a decade that you guys made the playoffs in 2024. So you're coming into 2025. What's the team atmosphere like? What can we expect out of 2025 for the Hurricanes?
You know, we just got into our fall season, our regular season stuff 2 weeks ago. And, you know, we've been flying through it. We had a really great summer. Did multiple college 7-on-7s, did an FCA camp as well, and just really kind of challenged ourselves and all the guys to commit into this season and understanding the expectations of what we're looking to do this year.
Yeah, I saw you guys working really hard at the 7-on-7s this season, and working with the defensive backs and wide receivers as well, kind of getting just tuned in for the season. Quay, what was the offseason like this year for you?
Like receiver-wise, we was working, like, trying to get better on breaks and like that, stuff like that. We was on the track also, so we could build up speed, so we could be better, like, during next season.
And you're coming into your senior season, so you've played the last 4 years for Mount Dora High School. What's it like coming into your senior year, your last year of high school football?
I'm just trying to come into the season more competitive, have a bigger impact for the team.
Yeah, and Quay's had a big impact so far, and so is the other guy that we're going to be talking to here in a little bit. We're going to be talking to Jaren Reynolds in just a little bit on the program, but talk a little bit about Quay and what he brings to the program.
Yeah, so Quay's entering his fourth season with us. He started playing, his freshman year, of course, but he started playing varsity for us his sophomore year, and the development from when he was a freshman to now has been, outstanding. He's exactly what you want in a player. Comes to work every day, ready to go, enthusiastic, brings the other guys up. Last year he really started coming into his own as a leader on the team, had some great critical catches when we really needed them in a few games. And even more than the catches is he blocks so well on the perimeter, which helps, spring some of those long runs and those long catches as well.
Yeah, and you've seen the program kind of get revitalized over the last 4 years as well, as Coach Hutchinson came in and built the program up. And now in your senior year, having gotten a taste of the FHSAA playoffs last year, must feel pretty good coming into 2025 with what you guys have this year, Quay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and of course, what's the biggest thing that you have worked on in your career so far?
Well, me personally, I always had a problem with my strides and stuff like that. So my coach has been trying to get me together on that part and my breakdowns.
And you talk about what's coming this season as well. How can we expect Quay to be used out there? I guess he plays defensive back and wide receiver for you all. You talked a little bit about how he's able to block on the perimeter, which is great as well, because you're going to have a really good running back out there as well, right, with Tymier Gaines. Talk a little bit about what he brings to the table as far as that goes.
His leadership, especially with the younger guys, with him having gone through it. And this senior class would have been my first freshman class when I came in. So the only way they know is the way we've been doing it.
Yeah.
There weren't previous coaches that they were exposed to. So you can see him as a senior out there with the younger guys and setting the example, both vocally and just out there by his presence alone.
Quay, what are your biggest goals coming into the season?
I'm just trying to be better than last year for the team. I want to, for example, last year we got out first round. I want to be make it follow the first round, second round, third round. But yeah, win it all. Yeah,
for sure. And you're returning some big offensive linemen this season as well. It seems like you guys are going to have some room there as far as Tymier Gaines goes as well. Talk about one of the best running backs in the state coming into this year. I mean, he exploded last year. Of course, we knew what he had coming into the season last year. He was a great sophomore, and then comes in, explodes for his junior season, scored a bunch of touchdowns for you guys last year. How do you guys kind of see that working out this year as far as using Tymier?
For us, and it's really been the same the last few years, we've always really relied heavily on the run game as well as our defense. And with the run game, it opens up the pass game as well.
Yeah.
I think our quarterback last year, Jake Seppi, threw for I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I think he was close to 1,500 yards. So it opens up the pass game. And with Ty, he's a great athlete. You know, we talk about him all the time at running back, but he can catch as well, and he's a heck of a defensive player as well. And we'll just find different ways that we can utilize him and spread him out, or go into empty, or just motion him out of the backfields. And like I said, the great thing about that is it opens it up for everybody else as well out there to get the ball.
What was the biggest thing you learned under Jake Seppi last year? Because he was throwing to you guys, and you also played defense last year, and you've played all kind of around the football field. But you're coming in with a different quarterback this year. Of course, Jake Seppi graduated, and now you've got Nick Kerr coming into the season. How's that been in the offseason, kind of developing with Kerr?
It's been good. He's very vocal. Sometimes I'll struggle with the play. He'll be there to help me. So yeah, I'll say it's still the same.
Obviously, in high school, it's a revolving door. Of course, you got guys for 4 years, and then they move on as well. But it's always great to have guys that are coming through the system. Nick was at the school last year, so he was able to learn under Jake Seppi, and I think Jake Seppi was a great guy to learn under too. Kid had a 4.8 GPA. I don't remember exactly what he had, but he was a super smart kid. Was able to show Nick Kerr the ropes, and now he's coming into 2025 for his junior year, and looking forward to great things out of him, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said it right. Jake was really good to kind of help Nick out, especially as far as the mental side of the game, because he was pretty cool and collected. You know, Jake had started playing quarterback for us his sophomore year, and then started his junior and senior year. So to have that kind of experience, and Jake still comes around when he's back. He was just here last week. Helping out with some of the guys and stuff. But Nick's starting to come into his own as well. He spends a lot of time with these guys outside of practice, just throwing and working on stuff.
Yeah, Jake, a great quarterback. His brother was a great defensive player and a tight end for you all last year, Blake Seppi. So he graduated as well. Those two are twins. Right. They're at FSU together, so that's really exciting for them this year. But as far as the tight end situation goes, who can we expect at tight end this season?
Well, we run more of a 20 personnel, kind of an H-back. We do have stuff where we have tight end sets in. And right now it's kind of a battle between AJ Staples and Keon Maxon for that spot. And honestly, they both play defensive as well. So I wouldn't say that it's necessarily a huge battle, because they're both going to be sharing the reps at it.
Yeah. And then the linebacker graduated last year too. EJ Balderas ended up graduating for you guys. So you guys are kind of trying to figure that out as well. How's the defense look as far as the linebacker goes?
We're pretty solid at linebacker. I mean, of course, losing EJ, who was, again, a 3-year starter for us since his sophomore year at linebacker, always hurts, losing that kind of depth and that understanding of the game. But with AJ and Keon and Brody, and we have a 9th grader coming in named Ja, that's they're all going to be pretty good there. That's one spot.
Quay, is there a particular game that you're looking forward to this season? I mean, you start the season off with Boone. You got East Ridge High School early in the season for you guys. Then you guys start this Friday, which is really exciting. You guys are going to get out there, see your first action of the year against Lyman, I believe. And
Lyman and Ocoee.
Lyman and Ocoee. So any games on the early schedule that you're kind of circling?
Not really. Really, the main game I'm really looking forward to is Tavares, honestly, because he felt like last year we got lucky. So I want to show him this year it was no luck behind it.
Tavares going to be one of these schools in Lake County, of course, along with South Lake High School. You got South Lake, Tavares, and I think Mount Dora, which are your big three coming into 2025. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch you guys go up against teams like that, because Tavares, of course, has Isaiah Williams, one of the top linebackers in the country, and you talk about what they're able to bring to the table. But Mount Dora, you're coming in off of that 8-3 season. You're bringing a lot of pieces back, Coach. So I feel like you guys are in really good shape headed into the season.
Right, I agree. And, the good thing is the county as a whole is getting better football-wise. I mean, you mentioned South Lake and Tavares and East Ridge, and, I think the level of play in Lake County is starting to rise. And there's a little bit more balance across the county as well, where each one of those games are going to be a fight.
Yeah, of course, you got South Sumter on the far side of the county as well, and then the Villages. And you mentioned every single year, it seems like it gets better and better and better. And right now, I feel like we've stabilized with a lot of the top teams that are going to be able to fight for a playoff appearance in a lot of different classes that they're going to be in. So that's really excited coming into the season and what kind of competition that's going to bring as well. Quay, one more question for you. For 2025, what defines a successful season for you?
Won a season better than the season before.
Definitely, yeah. Looking forward to seeing what this guy is able to accomplish. Quay, thanks for coming on to our program. We're going to take a short break here on the Sports Hour. When we come back, we'll have more with Jaren Reynolds when we return.
Is pain or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics, Plaza Lincoln, and Plaza Cadillac. I'm your host, Kyle Coopla. We're talking with Mount Dora High School football today. We got Jaren Reynolds on with us. And Jaren, I want to welcome you to the program. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're looking forward to your season. You play wide receiver and defensive back for the Mount Dora Hurricanes. Looking forward to what you can bring to the table in 2025. You got a taste of it last year where you finished 8-3 last season and made the playoffs for the first time in over a decade for Mount Dora High School. So that was really exciting for you last year. What are you most looking forward to this upcoming season?
Just going out there with my guys, having fun. I really see this as my last chance, so just trying to make the best out of it.
Yeah, you're coming into your senior year, so you got a lot of leadership. We just talked to Quay a little bit about his leadership skills. What is it like to be a leader of Mount Dora High School now? Because you kind of been the underclassman, and then you worked your way up through the depth chart. Now you're going to be one of the top go-to wide receivers, I think, this year for Nick Kerr. We'll talk about him in a second. But what's it been like kind of leading the younger guys?
I try and go into practice with a positive mindset, just pushing my guys, One thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk trash during practice. Just get my guys fired up. I try and be the heart. Try and get everybody going. So that's what I try and do.
I like that, Coach. You got a little fire out there for your guys. Talk a little bit about this guy.
Well, Jaren's coming into his fourth year with us. He actually started a couple games his freshman year on varsity. Had an injury his sophomore year that held him out for a while, but he rehabbed and rebounded back pretty quickly and was a factor last year on the defensive side of the ball, which, Jaren's primarily a defensive guy. And for us, he commands the defense, the defensive backfield. He gets everybody lined up and where they're supposed to be and doing what they're supposed to be doing. And he plays all three of our defensive backfield positions. So we can move him around as we need and not have to worry about him being out of position because he knows all three of them so well from being in the system for so long.
And you had a pretty good season last year. Despite missing some games last season, you ended up with 47 tackles as a defensive back last year, an interception, a fumble recovery last year. So looking forward to big things out of you in 2025. What are your goals for this season?
My goals, I'm trying to lead in tackles this year. I'm trying to fly to the ball, just trying to get to the football.
Yeah. When did you start playing football? Did you always play football?
Yes, sir. I've been playing since I was either 6 or 7. I've always been a Hurricane, so just want to go out strong.
How did you end up you're a really good defensive back? How did you end up as a defensive player? Did you always play defense? Did you play more offense?
No, during Pop Warner, I played mainly defensive end, and I played center. I was a really good center. And when I got to high school, I tried to play receiver, but I had some older guys in front of me, and just trying to get on the field, I decided to switch to defense, and it's been that ever since.
I think I think as a player as well, he chose the right path, Coach. Would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Jaren's our tone setter on the defense. He goes out there and he leads by example, and you hear him talking about flying to the ball. He flies to the ball, and those other guys see it and they kind of rally around him.
Let's talk a little bit about your new quarterback this season as well. You got Nick Kerr as the quarterback this year. He's a junior, really exciting junior as well. He's got a strong arm on him. It's going to be interesting to see that. Last year, of course, you had Jake Seppi last year. What has the 7-on-7s been like for you guys?
Honestly, during 7-on-7s, we kind of struggled, just trying to just putting everything together and just playing as one, but it's all coming together.
Yeah, it's coming together, and that's to be expected. You can try some things in the offseason, Coach, which is really exciting as well, because we talked to Eustis. They came in last week, and they talked a little bit about their 7-on-7s. They were able to kind of develop strategies on what they wanted to do this upcoming season. Is that kind of what you kind of did in the offseason?
Yeah, we made a cognizant effort really back in February to really stress the passing game, because it was where we felt we could improve the most at going into this season. And losing a couple key receivers and a quarterback, we really emphasized that 7-on-7 stuff. So we started in February with 7-on-7, rolled through the summer and everything. And by the time we hit the FCA camp, which was July 23rd, if you go back and watch our film on it, and myself and the offensive staff discussed it, our passing game was on point that day. Like we were really slinging the ball around and moving the ball well in the passing game, and that was honestly by design.
Yeah. And coming into this season as well, of course, you got the defense that looked pretty good last season. Of course, a couple of pieces moved around. Blake Seppi no longer there. Of course, EJ Balderas no longer there. But you seem to have a lot of key guys coming back this season. So as a leader on defense, what is it like to kind of have a decent amount of guys coming back this season?
It's a good feeling, playing with them before, so you know how they play, their playing style, how everyone just adjusts to it. But I know we got a couple new guys at nickel and everything, and we're just gonna go out there and play our game.
So being that this is your senior year, do you have a favorite memory that you've had so far on the football field?
My favorite memory? Nah, I just like to cherish the moment. All the moments. Every Friday night, I just try and cherish it. And
well, one of the things I love about Mount Dora High School is Friday night lights. It's one of the most beautiful places that you can play a football game. When that sun goes down and sets and the trees cast their shadows on the football field, it's a really special place. I have people come all the time. They're like, where's the best place to play in Lake County? They love going to Mount Dora. And it's a special place for a lot of people and for a lot of reasons. I mean, it's a historic school. It's been around for a long time, Coach. What's your thoughts on building the program the last couple of years? Because it's great to see Mount Dora back in the discussion for football.
A lot of it has just been the buy-in from the guys and from the administration. Without that, there's no way you can really build it. So I always talk about that first senior class, which I try to stay in contact with. I was just talking with one of them last Friday before our scrimmage game. One of them's on our coaching staff as well. Mm-hmm. But it was those guys who really bought into us when we first came in as first-year coaches within the program, and they're going into their senior year. And I think the classes after them kind of followed suit when they saw that.
Not just that, but academically as well. Mount Dora has done terrific the last couple of years. Kyle Bracewell is doing a great job over there as the principal, and Marlene Strawn did excellent things for the program as well. Talk a little bit about the academics of Mount Dora High School.
So we're a A-rated school for the second year in a row, which is huge. And I think if you look at our school's academic rating and you look at the athletics, they all kind of tie together, because I think we had a lot of different sports that were in the playoffs last year that hadn't been in the playoffs in a while.
Yeah.
And I think there's a definite connection there. And really what we do is we try to take Mr. Bracewell's vision of one team and one mission, and my goal is to hope that our football program is an extension of that.
And it certainly is. I mean, we can definitely see the football program continues to grow every single season. And again, this season, I'm really excited to see what you guys are able to bring to the table. You talked about Kyle Bracewell, Principal Bracewell. Talk a little bit about the academics at Mount Dora High School and kind of how you balance those with your sports.
I know at Mount Dora, I know the teachers, if you ask for help, they're always going to give you help. It's just you help them, man. You just turn in your work on time, and they're just going.
Being that you're a senior, do you want to go play football in college? Like, do you have aspirations after the season's over?
Yes, sir. I know after my senior year, I'm gonna try and put in some extra work over the offseason and see where I go, man.
Do you know what you want to study in college? At the
No, sir, I ain't got it.
still working that out.
Yes, sir.
As are a lot of
You
people.
got plenty of time to figure that out.
Exactly. One more question I have for you. What defines? I asked Quay this. What defines a successful season for you? Wins or losses?
Really just the wins and how we come together and fight as a team. You know, see if we can finish every game just strong. Win or loss, just if we finish, I can never be mad at my guys just playing hard. So.
Well, we are so excited to see what you guys are able to bring to the table. I want to thank you for coming on to our program. We're going to take one final break here on the Sports Hub. When we come back, we'll wrap up next with Mount Dora High School football.
Plaza Cadillac offers you the luxury of choice. Come test drive the all-new Optic with standard all-wheel drive, 300 horsepower, and over 300 miles of electric range, starting from only $44,890. Enjoy 0.9% APR for 60 months on our best-selling Lyric EV, or take advantage of $1,500 savings and 4.4% APR on our fantastic lineup of gas SUVs and sedans. Plaza Cadillac in Leesburg. Our drive to be the best starts with you.
Everybody, we're back here on the Sports Hub, wrapping up here with Mount Dora High School football. I want to thank you, Coach, for coming on to our program, talking a little bit about the upcoming 2025 season. We are so excited to see what you guys can bring to the table this season.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having us as always.
For sure. One more question I have for you is, what defines a successful season for you 2025? Because we heard from the guys, we heard some wins, losses. What defines a successful season for you in your mind?
I think Jaren hit on it a minute ago when he was talking, when he answered the same question for you. And for us, we always talk about the one common team in all of our 10 regular season games, and that's Mount Dora High School.
Yeah.
We have a specific standard that set specific expectations that are designed to be met. And if we meet that standard and we meet those expectations, to me, that's a successful season. We had a coach that was with us for years, and he said something: the first and best victory is to conquer self. And that's hung with me and the rest of the guys, especially the seniors that were there with him. And we just try to carry that through into every single game. So we don't necessarily have one game circled on the schedule. We're looking at every single game as we're our main opponent, and how can we play up to our best ability.
Talk a little bit about the schedule building this season as well, because you're coming in with a pretty daunting schedule
Right.
in 2025. You got Boone to start the year off. You got
Correct.
Eastridge to at the start of the year. You got Tavares on the schedule this year too. What was the schedule building like this year for you?
Well, we're in the second year of the contracts. There was one or two games that we had to make some adjustments on, and most of those were mutual anyways. But our goal is to be prepared for November, to be playing our best football in November, and when that time comes around, not to be shocked by the speed or the physicality of the team in the playoffs. So that's how we kind of approach the schedule this year.
Yeah, well, again, I want to thank you for coming on to our program, giving us a little insight for the season, and we're looking forward to what you guys can bring to the table. It starts on Friday night. Talk a little bit about Friday night and what that's going to be like.
Yeah, so Friday we're in a jamboree format. We'll travel to Lyman High School. We had them for Kickoff Classic last year, and Ocoee's in with us this year as well. So we'll play Lyman on the first half at 5:30, and then at 6:30 or thereabouts, we're going to play Ocoee. So it'll be fun. It'll be a chance to get these guys out there under the lights and playing and getting ready for Boone week 1.
Yeah, I can see you're excited about it too.
yeah.
Ready to get back to Friday Night Lights. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank you, Coach, for coming on, and you guys coming on to our program. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
That's going to wrap it up this week on the Sports Hub. I want to thank our partners, Plaza Cadillac and Plaza Lincoln, along with UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I'm your host, Kyle Coopla, and we'll see you on the next edition of the Sports Hub.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.